Hanokre. Susu sang quine, Pia want on and be a man in quine baby.
Mommy, you basically see about Kotoso. Pepoga, send me sick from Lemonade Finance. While Brian did the shade and let me £10.
Lemonade Finance.
Say they sending money back home from UK, Canada, and now US. I accepted a instant charges. Exchange waiting in Suya. Unbeatable. We should make promo code Dr. Like Nenya £10, $10, and $10 for the first transaction. With this Sunday cigar coffee, download to Lemonade Finance.
Speaker, thank you. I appreciate my leader's point in that the specialized nature of the institute requires that even if we have a lawyer, the lawyer should have some knowledge in the work that the institute does. Now, it's become a standard provision of this house. At least I recall that within the past, all the specialized institutes that we've set up, and in making provision for the appointment of the board secretary, we ensure that the person has some competence. And I speak of the Office of the Special Prosecutor. I speak of the Tree Crops, I think the Tree Crops Authority, and such other specialized agencies. So I agree with leader that yes, we want a lawyer, but it should be a lawyer with some related background in the area. These days, Mr. Speaker, the universities are offering LLM in medical ethics and all that. So you may be a lawyer, but you need to have some background in health law or medical law, so that what the institute does, you have a fair knowledge of what's happening, but not lawyer qua lawyer. So I appreciate the point that leader is making. So even if the lawyer will be a staff, we should be recruiting lawyers with some additional background in health law. So, and that is what this house does these days. So I thank him for that.
Shouldn't be the reason why the person need not be a staff. Because this appointment is just removing who must be a staff. It makes it easier for managing the situation because you want the expertise. But you may not be able to employ a full-time person with that expertise in the organization. But he's a member of the board. He's not a staff. He comes to assist board meetings, prepares, and he goes away. So a staff, 5 years with that expertise, you can't afford it in the public service. Yes, leader.
Mr. Speaker, I can understand where you're coming from. Apart from to say that what I know with most of these professional institutions is that they pick their board secretaries from within for a reason. Mr. Speaker, these professional bodies have a unique way of doing their things. And you will not need just a lawyer, but a lawyer with a background of the institution, and to advise them appropriately anytime they need that lawyer. Mr. Speaker, if you go to, let's say, the Central Bank, the Bank of Ghana, their board secretary is a staff. A staff. Not only that, most of these professional institutions has to take their board secretary from within a staff of the institute that has knowledge. And this one, we are talking of vaccines. So if you go and pick lawyer Afenyamake, the deputy majority leader, Mr. Speaker, he may be a good lawyer, but he may not be the one to understand vaccines and the regulations around it, on the health issues around it. That is why I think that it is right for us to have a lawyer who has knowledge, and however picking it from within will be a better advantage. And that is what is actually in the original bill But if the minister insists, I will have no problem, but he is the minister. So probably, and I think that the drafters use a staff for a reason, probably learning from best practices, and it is important we can consider that. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, I've listened to views expressed by Honorable Defemopo and the Honorable Minority Leader. First of all, a secretary to the board is not a member of the board. He has no voting rights. So the argument that he needs to have a medical background to make inputs is flawed. It's neither here nor there. To the extent that he is not a member of the board and does not contribute anything, you cannot insist that you need somebody with a certain background as a lawyer. In any event, if you look at clause 2, the role of the secretary have been spelled out. Arrange meetings of the board, keep records of minutes, perform other functions assigned by the board. So let's not overburden ourselves with somebody with a medical background who is also a lawyer and etc., etc. I disagree with the point that we should have a staff assigned. If you look at the Companies Act, now it's very specific. It's those days you register a company, then you say directors, and then director secretary. Now the law is clear. There must be a lawyer to be the secretary. So where he's coming from, he wants to remove the staff and then make it open. I think it makes sense. Okay, so let's not belabor. Mr. Speaker, I think I agree with Chairman that we just take away the staff to be assigned and then make it open so that the hands of the board will not be tied. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
There's nothing new to add. No.
Speaker.
Yes, Eric.
Okay.
Mr. Speaker, I think I agree with what the Deputy Majority Leader is saying. I agree, Deputy Majority Leader. Mr. Speaker, the board will appoint the secretary. And so in the wisdom of the board, they will determine the competence that they will need relative to the role we have assigned to the secretary. And so if they don't find that competence in the institute, it means that we are restricting them, that whoever is available, select the person. This one, they are removing it to make it open. That if you don't get the competence, even in the institution, you can go outside to look for the person to occupy that position. So it's as simple as ABCD.
So, Mr. Speaker, with that understanding, I may want to read a version to let it look very good. The board shall designate a lawyer of not at the bar as secretary to the board. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Speaker, I am saying for the sake of that this House has adopted a certain drafting style that when it comes to these specialized institutions, even NACOC, when we're setting up the commission and you go to the board, we simply didn't say that they should recruit a lawyer as a boss. We said someone with a specialized background relative to the agency that was being set up. That's what I'm saying. That's all that I'm drawing attention to. If you want to depart from it, that is fine. But I am only, yes, we are not bound, but for the sake of consistency, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
So, Mr. Speaker, the rendition as it is will be for 16.1 will be the board shall designate a lawyer of not less than 5 years at the bar as secretary to the board.
All in favor of the proposed amendment, say aye.
Aye.
All against, say no. The ayes have it. The amendment is carried. Item 24, aye. Chairman, move your amendment. 16.
Yes. Yeah, Mr. Speaker, clause 16, amendment proposed for subclause 2, paragraph B. We delete and insert the following. Keep records, minutes, and resolutions of meetings of the board.
All in favor of the proposed amendment, say aye. All against, say no. The ayes have it. The amendment is carried. Item I. Chairman. Your amendment.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, thank you.
Mr. Speaker, with respect.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, the chairman should now read to us the new rendition. No? No.
We have moved.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, he only moved his amendment. He only moved his amendment. He did. Thereafter, he is supposed to let us know the new rendition.
Leader, we have gone past. They have put the question on that one already.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, question on the amendment with respect. The amendment.
Well, there are 3 to clause 16.
Yeah.
When we finish all the 3, then I'll put the question on clause 16 as variously amended. But for now, we are moving to item I, which is also an amendment to clause 16.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, item I would also remain. The earlier proposed amendment was for subclause 2, paragraph C to be deleted. And this C was perform any other functions assigned by the board, but upon further consultations, we want it to remain.
So you withdraw the amendment.
And therefore, the amendment proposed is withdrawn accordingly.
So, amendment withdrawn. Proposed amendment withdrawn. Very well. So I'll put the question on clause 16 as variously amended. And the question is clause 16 as variously amended shall stand part of the bill. All in favor say aye. All against say no. The ayes have it. Clause 16 as amended is ordered to stand part of the bill. Clause 17.
Appointment of other staff of the Institute.
Clause 18.
Directorates of the Institute.
Clause 19.
Funds of the Institute.
Clause 20.
Bank accounts of the Institute.
Clause 21.
Annual estimates.
Clause 22.
Expenses of the Institute.
Clause 23.
Internal audit unit.
Clause 24.
Accounts and audits.
Honourable Member, there are no proposed amendment to the mentioned clauses, unless there's a member who wants to propose any. Yes.
Mr. Speaker, clause 17.1. The President shall, in accordance with Article 195 of the Constitution, appoint other staff of the Institute that are necessary for the effective and efficient performance of the function of the Institute. Mr. Speaker, I'm wondering that the President should be the one to be appointing staff of the Institute. Mr. Speaker, it is becoming too much. For a President to be appointing staff of an institute, Speaker, I think this is a function that should be given to the Minister and not the President. And not the President. Why should the President be the one to appoint staff, not board members, staff of the Institute? Mr. Speaker, I think it's something we should review it and think about it. Mr. Speaker, I further propose that 17.1, the President delete and replace it with the minister. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Leader, we have gone over this thing. There was a time we actually passed the law removing this. Then the Justice Azukrab came back and said we don't have the power to change that. So we had to amend the law we did, because that is what the Constitution says. That's why. So even though the power is often exercised by the ministers, it is with the authority of the President. But in fact, the power in the Constitution is given to the President. Yes.
Mr. Speaker, I agree.
You don't have the floor.
Mr. Speaker, I agree perfectly with your position, and that is exactly what the Constitution says. I know laws are made for all of us. With the experience that we have had, I think there is the need for us to really look at some of these things. Mr. Speaker, quite recently there was an issue in respect of the Cocoa Board Act. The Act mandates the President, in consonance with the Constitution, to appoint the Chief Executive, the Chairman of the Cocoa Board. Now, the Chairman of Cocoa Board was appointed by Mr. President. Then, CMC, Cocoa Marketing Company, they also have a mini board. That board is not even recognized by the Act. The President appointed Chairman. So now we have two appointees, Chairman for Cocoa Marketing Company Board and Chairman of Cocoa Board. And there was a conflict because they were all appointed by Mr. President. So we don't legislate to create conflicts. Let's create a situation where they can work in harmony.
I invite you to our former speaker series today at 2 p.m. discussing amendments to the Constitution.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
I've been invited. So when I leave you, I'll go there. Please, let's go and articulate your points there. Honourable members, all in favour of clauses 17 to 24 being a part of the bill, say aye. All against, say no. The ayes have it. Clauses 17 to 24 are ordered to stand part of the bill. Clause 25.
Mr. Speaker, subclause.
Let them read it out first. Clause 25.
Annual reports and other reports.
Amendment proposed, Chairman. Yes.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. Clause 25, subclause 2. The annual report shall include the reports of the Auditor General, and then we want to insert that a new rendition becomes. Mr. Speaker, I say this by asking for your kind understanding that there is a template. There's a template on annual reports and other reports. So in addition to that would be a few of this. So as the new rendition will go, taking note of that, will be A, the annual report shall include the report of the Auditor General. B, assessment of the targets of the Institute. C, summary of the challenges and feedback from stakeholders. And D, the recommendation to improve on the effective and efficient performance of the Institute. Mr. Speaker, I so submit.
Honourable members, all in favour of the proposed amendment, say aye. All against, say no. The ayes have it. The amendment is carried. Now, clause 25 as amended of the bill. All in favour, say aye. All against, say no. The ayes have it. Clause 25 as amended is ordered to stand part of the bill. I direct the draftspersons to insert the standard clauses as adopted by the House in clause 25 in respect of annual reports. Clause 26.
Collaboration with other institutions.
Clause 27.
Regulations.
Clause 28.
Interpretation.
Clause 29.
Transitional provisions.
All in favor of clauses 26, 27, 28, and 29, standing a part of the bill, say aye. All against, say no. The ayes have it. Clauses 26 to 29 are hereby ordered to stand part of the bill. The long title.
An act to establish a National Vaccine Institute to provide for the coordination and supervision of research, development and manufacturing of vaccines and sera, and for related matters.
All in favor of the long title being a part of the bill, say aye. All against, say no. The ayes have it. The long title is ordered to stand part of the bill. Lab members, that, yes.
Speaker, a small point under second consideration, small point under the transitional provisions. Subsection 1. The assets, rights, and properties held on behalf of or for the purpose of the institute in existence immediately before the coming into force of this act. Mr. Speaker, by practice, normally there would have been an institute in existence doing the work of this institute. But I see that this is a new creation. So if there's any institute under the ministry presently acting on behalf of the institute yet to be created, then we need to specify it. Subsection 1. Normally, that's all we do. We would have specified the name of the agency. So if there's something like that, we need to specify for ease of transition. It appears to be missing. Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Minister, first agency were you expecting would have all, which agency within your ministry holds any asset which is likely to be transferred to the National Vaccine Institute?
Mr. Speaker, there is no agency at the moment. There is no agency at the moment. We have a vaccine committee that was established by the President to work on getting this bill done. Together with
under the Ministry of Health? Is the vaccine committee under the Ministry of Health?
Under the Presidency. And I'm looking forward for that committee to be dissolved immediately after this comes into. Now they have assets because Western House are giving them some property. They are finished.
Yes, Honorable Leader.
Well, Mr. Speaker, to the extent that they have assets, it will mean that we should.
Is office accommodation. Finished.
Yes. So, assets and liabilities. But the point is that the honorable member wanted to know whether they have a certain nomenclature that is in existence. If it is within a committee, then it passes for what we are. That's all he wanted you to state. So if that is the case, then we maintain it. Yes. Then we maintain it. Mr. Speaker, he says
I think because the committee is not a legal body, so to speak, it will be inappropriate to mention it. But the clause may be necessary because the committee may hold some material assets which may be necessary to pass on. Yes, Ranking Member.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, especially when about 25 million Ghana cedis has been allocated to that particular creature. So I think that we need to capture that in the.
Is it allocated to the committee or to the incoming institute?
Mr. Speaker, to a large extent, it has been spent. So if it has been spent, yes, it has been spent. So there are liabilities and assets.
Very well. So what? Yes, Honourable Minister.
Yeah, so we
Let's maintain the clause.
Yeah.
It was an allocation that has not been released. Some portion has been released. It states.
It's okay.
So we should maintain
So
it.
this one will
Let's maintain it.
Yeah.
So I think as it is sufficient to deal with the situation. Very well. Honourable members, that brings us to the end of consideration of the National Vaccine Institute Bill 2022 for today. Yes, Honorable Leader.
Mr. Speaker, item 25 on page 17.
Item 25, motion. Yes, by the Honorable Minister for Health.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to move the motion listed as item 25 on page 17 of the order paper. That notwithstanding the provisions of Standing Order 1311, which require that when a bill has passed through the consideration stage, the third reading thereof shall not be taken until at least 24 hours have elapsed. The motion for the third reading of the National Vaccine Institute Bill 2022 may be moved today, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, any seconder?
I also support the Speaker.
This is a procedural motion. All in favor of the House adopting the procedural motion, say aye. All against, say no. The ayes have it. The motion is carried. Item 26.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to move the motion listed as item 26 on order paper, page 17, that the National Vaccine Institute Bill 2022 be now read the third time. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, ranking member.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
Honourable members, the motion for the third reading has been moved and seconded. All in favor of the House adopting the motion, say aye. All against that, say no. The ayes have it. The motion is carried.
An act to establish the National Vaccine Institute to provide for the coordination and supervision of research, development and manufacturing of vaccines and sera, and for related matters.
Honourable members, the National Vaccine Institute Bill 2022 is now read a third time and passed. Yes, Honourable Majority Leader. Yes. Yes.
Mr. Speaker, with respect, we may move to item 8D, and we'll seek your leave for the Minister of Health to lay that paper, Mr. Speaker.
Item 8D, presentation and first reading.
An
Yes.
act,
Honourable Minister, yes.
an act to amend the standard for automatic exchange of financial account information, Act 2018, Act 967, to strengthen due diligence procedures, prescribe circumvention practices, and for related matters.
Honourable members, the bill is presented the first time and is referred to the Committee on Finance to consider and report. Honourable, is there any other matter? It is not 2 o'clock, so I'll require a motion to bring proceedings to a close.
Mr. Speaker, I think we've done a lot for the day. We can move for adjournment of the House.
I didn't hear what you said.
The There's nothing to be done.
So move a motion for the proceedings to your process.
Mr. Speaker, I move for adjournment of this House. Thank you.
Yes, any second.
Mr. Speaker, we have no objection to the motion. I support the motion.
The motion for adjournment has been moved and seconded. All in favor of the House adjourning for today, say aye. All against, say no. The ayes have it. The House is accordingly adjourned to Wednesday, February 15th, 2023 at 10 o'clock in the forenoon.
Susu sang kwai bia wan to nam bia e man in kwai bebre.
Mommy, you fish can see my cotoso. Pepoga, send me sika from Lemonade Finance. Wabra yan tedeshe. And let me £10.
Lemonade Finance.
Say they're sending money back home from UK, Canada, and now US. I accepted instant charges. Extinguishing unbeatable. We should make promo code Dr. Like £10, $10, and $10 Canadian for the first transaction. We just send this guy a coffee. Download to Lemonade Finance.
Ghana football needs a complete overhauling. Do you understand what I'm saying? Sports minister should pack someplace. He should pack someplace.
Why?
He doesn't know anything about football.
Hello and welcome to Sports Check here on GhanaWeb TV. My name is Joseph Adamafio. Today our guest is someone who has years of experience when it comes to football in Ghana. With the current state of football in Ghana, our guest will help us understand what he thinks about the current state of football in Ghana. He's a seasoned and a renowned football administrator. We're taking a short break, and when we return, we'll start the conversation. Welcome from the break. My name is Joseph Adamafio and you're watching Sports Check here on GhanaWeb TV. I'll let my guest introduce himself. Sir, you're welcome to Sports Check. My guest would definitely like to know who you are.
The name is Nana Fitz.
Nana Fitz, okay. Fitz. He's a renowned football administrator. And, well, let's zoom in straight into the conversation. A lot has been said about the current state of Ghana football lately with regards to our performance on the international stage. What do you think is wrong with the Ghana football?
Football in this country, to me, does not even exist.
Why?
Oh, because you see the current form of the football administrators and then what is happening to football and this thing. It's nothing to write home about.
But there have been others who say that we've been able to qualify for the World Cup. It's Black Stars under 20 Women's World Cup too. We were there.
I don't want you to say others, saying that you know, that's where the problem is. You know, football is a game, and it ends at the end of the tournament when you're finished. When you say that we have qualified for, at what cost? Is it right the way we went through it? What happened that we only qualified and we didn't go further than that? That's where we have to start from. There is something definitely wrong with Ghana football. Do you understand what I'm saying? Something wrong with Ghana football now. Now, my experience, I'm not a little boy. Me, I was around when Onyejan was around. I've seen a lot of football administrators. I've seen a lot of the way football has been running in this country. You see, it's different now. It's much different now. And then the foundation of Ghana football is being run on now. It's nothing to write home about. We need a complete overhauling before you can even talk to me about Ghana football.
I would like you to state some of the things you think are wrong with Ghana football, some of the things you think are wrong. Transparency, accountability, who is doing what, who is doing what. You see, don't forget that football yesterday, 90% of Ghana football fans, we should say, did not even understand the difference between running a club, the Blasters, and the others. Do you understand what I'm saying? You see, Blaster belongs to us. It belongs to you, me, the man standing there, the people on the street, and everybody. That's who owns the Blasters. You see? So the respect that we need for the people who are handling, there's a difference between owning and handling. The people who are handling the Blasters, the respect that they should give us, they are not giving us. It's only respect, accountability, and transparency. That's all. People want to know how their money is being spent, who is spending it, and why. And I don't think these people, they are ready to do that.
Do you think the money was spent wisely? Looking at the report that have been coming out that players took 100,000 and some other people on the some higher authority in football were also paid the same amount of money.
If it's true that that's what went on, I think the people who took the money and the people who gave the money should bite their heads down in shame. They shouldn't have done that to start with, if it's true. The reason I'm saying that is, look, we gave you the money, you took the money, everybody knows that you took the money from the government, taxpayers' money. And if you know or you think that you did the right thing there, or you are doing the right thing here, all we are asking for is the money that was given to you. Nobody is saying that anybody has chopped any money or anybody has done anything. All we are saying right now is the money that you took, please account. Come and make an account to us, to the owners of the national team. That's the public, the taxpayers. Is it a crime? Is it a crime to ask that question?
I don't think so.
So if they know they did the right thing and the money was spent properly, come and then account for. Let's set up a complete independent commission. They sit down with auditors. And then you tell them how the money was used. And I don't think if you do that, any talk will come. But until that one is there, Ghana of yesterday, when football is concerned, so far as football is concerned, it's not like Ghana of today. Ghana of today, we are hip. We are opening our eyes. We want to see where every penny went. You don't come and tell me that you took me to World Cup. So we should be quiet. At what cost?
They have also said that they are going to invest some of the money in the renovation of the Ghana Soccer Center of Excellence.
They should put this thing on paper. Is that too much for anybody to ask? You have the accounts there, accounts department, you have the president, you have the vice, you have the community, you have the management committee, you have them all there. How long will it take for you to give us a respect? That's what we are asking for, respect. Do you understand what I'm saying? Respect. Give us respect. Just come out and say that the money that I took to, or when we went to the World Cup, This is how much money it cost us. This is how much taxpayers' money that it cost us. And this is the breakdown. Is it too much for us? How is it difficult for us to go around this and people are fighting and then they are threatening to go to court and they are doing this thing? All we are asking for is come out and tell us.
Well, with regards to the blasters, there have been other concerns of the public saying that there's some form of influence from some top football administrators to bring some players or influence coaches to favor some players in the national team. I guess you've heard about it. What are your impressions? Being someone who has worked over the years with the likes of Oyenejan, was there something like that in the past?
No. Because those days, we didn't have this kind of FIFA rules. We didn't have this kind of the days. No, we didn't have that. Kwame Nkrumah, that time he was responsible for sports. Kwame Nkrumah, Minister of Sports. You see, and he appointed Oyenejan as a director. Not as a minister, not as a director of sports. Single-handed, take care of Ghana sports. And because there was some truth, because that time there was nothing like lying about it. And you didn't hear all this. Everything went on smoothly. And they won cups. I remember I used to play for Cornerstones. When we traveled from Kumasi, Accra, Kumasi, Takoradi, wherever we go, we have some reps at all the centers. So Saturdays and Sundays, the schools are closed. So the players will go and sleep there on the table. You put table together and you sleep on it. Don't ask me about pillow because we didn't have it. They give you only blanket. And they want cups. But look at now. We are paying these bonuses, the allowances, the management committee, the wine. If you put the management committee, if it's true that they took 100,000, taxpayers, please listen to me. If it is true that they took 100,000, if you convert 100,000 to cedis nowadays, do you know how much? About 13 billion old cedis. Me, I'm a whole guy, so I'll talk about old cedis. 13 billion for about 6 people. It doesn't include the plane fare. It doesn't include the bonuses, the per diems that they were taking. It doesn't include the hotels. It doesn't include the food that they ate and all these things. No, cash to them is about 13 billion. At this time, Ghana, we are finding it very difficult to pay nurses, doctors, teachers, to take care of petrol, to take care of this. And you look at God we all serve, believe in, and say that I'm giving them this amount. For what? For what? For what? And when they came back, all we are saying, nobody's saying that you have misused money. They say, tell us. You see, right now, you cannot run away from the fact that if you listen to the radio, if you listen to us, if you listen to somebody, some people are saying that it's not true. Some people are saying, some people are. So who's going to put it to rest?
Let me ask you this question. If you had won the World Cup and the management members had taken the 100,000, would it have been good?
It does not fascinate me. I believe in total justice. I believe in total justice. Master, all we are saying is we are not talking about winning, losing. When you talk about losing, we were the most, friends said, we were most, helping with the adjective that I want to use. We are the most...
lowest rank.
Okay, lowest team. And how much did it cost us? And we are saying that, look, it's a privilege for us to have chance to go to World Cup. We did well by going to World Cup and so. We are saying that the money it took, was it enough? How did we spend it? Do we have to go to court on this?
Well, we'll come to that, but let's take a short break, and when we return, we'll continue with the conversation. You're watching Sports Check here on GhanaWeb TV. My name is Joseph Adamafio. Welcome back from the break. You're watching Sports Check here on GhanaWeb TV. My name is Joseph Adamafio. My guest today is a renowned football administrator, Nana Fit. We're talking about the current state of Ghana football. So, what do you think about the Ghana Premier League? Have we come far to lower our standards, or you think we are doing well?
We are descending 380 miles per hour, going down. You know it, and I know everybody knows it. Right now, we've been having difficulties to get people to go and watch matches.
Back then, how were the past club and football administrators?
Look, when they say Kotoko and Haas are praying, or Kotoko and Dwarfs, Kotoko and any team, when they say they are Haas and any teams they are praying now. If you are not at the stadium around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, you won't get a place to sit. Because the people loved the game, they understood the game, and then they knew that it was, they went and watch a genuine football. It's not like today. What do you see? A player playing football, he turn around and score his own goal and say that I did that because I'm protesting. That the top people are betting, they are using us to bet. They are making, when these things comes out, do you think anybody will go and pay money to go and watch? Why don't we tell them the truth? We know why they are not, we know why it's like that. We know it. Everybody knows it. You know why people have lost interest. There was a time Black Stars, they were playing in Cape Coast or something. It came to a point where they have to hire some buses, go to the universities, get them, pay them to come and watch the match. It has never happened before. Never happened before.
How about officiating in the Ghana Premier League?
Officiating is bad. Everybody knows that. Because the players are not being paid well. Because the owners of the teams, they don't have enough money to keep the boys in shape, to keep the boys, let them know that they are playing, they are working. All these things.
We said we'll talk about the negative, we'll say a lot, but what do you think should be the solution?
What I think should be a solution is very, very simple. Accountability. And let the money go where it's supposed to go. Right now we have a lot of people are blaming the government for, we don't have stadium. And then the stadium is bad. They have turned off the lights. Cape Coast stadiums. They have done this, they have done this. And then you go. You take people's money to go to the World Cup, to go and buy disgrace. Do you understand what I'm saying? To buy disgrace. The money that we took, we didn't go to do anything. We go and bought a disgrace. Because we
won one match.
One match. You see? So this money that you brought, the balance, and then the 100,000 that you give to people, if it's true that they took 100,000, how do you justify it? We are paying, some players are taking 400 Ghana a month, 300 Ghana a month, the players who are playing here.
So do you think the money from the World Cup should be invested into the Ghana Premier League?
That's what FIFA says. When they give money now, they don't give money and say that the top people should sit down and then do whatever they want to do with it. No, they don't say that.
So how should the money be invested? Should the prize money for the winners of the Ghana Premier League be increased? Should players be paid a particular amount of money? I want to know how we can do things to boost the Ghana Premier League and make sure it returns to where it used to be.
You see, you cannot, when it comes to the salaries of the players, you cannot give them a ceiling. Or you can, yeah. You can tell them that nobody should pay a player less than, say, 200, 300, whatever. But you can't tell them that this one should get 200, everybody should get 200. No, it does not work like that. Even in Europe, it does not work like that. The first solution will be Ghana football should be put on ice now. Because it's not going well. Everybody knows that. And it's from the top to the bottom. So we should put put the whole thing on the ice, freeze it, and reorganize it. Complete overhauling. Anything less than that, it's not going to work. It's not going to work.
Back in the days, we saw Siki Jemfi and the likes of other great players play a number of years in Ghana before they got their breakthrough to go and play abroad. Do you think player exodus is one of the reasons for the Ghana Premier League not being exciting? Because today you go to the Accra Sports Stadium, you go to any match venue, you go there, you hear of this particular player, he excites you. Tomorrow they said he has been transferred to another club outside Ghana.
You see, those days, it didn't happen like that. There was nothing like that. The Ohijan formed Republicans, and they had top-class footballers. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Top-class footballers. And they were playing top-class football. You see, so it didn't even, Osekofi, Kotoko went to London some time ago, and they saw Osekofi. Was good, was this, they were going to, those days, they were going to give him more money, big money to say. He said, no, I love Kotoko, so I'm coming back. I didn't go. Because Kotoko, at least, he loves them. They can't play like Europeans, but they pay him enough. They give him enough for him to stay. But here you give somebody 500, 400, 200 a month, and they come and say, come and take $300. Will he go? You can't stop it. The only way you can stop it is treat them well. Let's see where the monies go. And if it goes someplace that we don't like, at least we can, we can come up and say that, no, this place should have gone there. You don't say that because I'm running football. So I'm the Father, the Son, and Holy Ghost. That's communist. That's by force. You don't do football like that. Football should be supposed to be a very interesting game. Everybody should be happy. The supporters, the fans, the players, the technical team, everybody should be happy. Why would you give anybody 100,000? That's for the 5 or 6 people, the management committee. How about the top? How much did you get? And they say, come and account. Nobody is saying, I have never said that anybody has chopped any money. You see,
how will you rate the current GFA on a scale of 1 to 10?
This question, forgive me, because if I say it, it will be no. Forgive me, I don't want to say it.
But have they done well qualifying Ghana to the World Cup? We are about to have.
Master, people keep on saying we qualify Ghana to World Cup. We qualify Ghana to World Cup. How many teams were they looking for in Africa, and how much did it cost us? Qualify people to there, Master, it's no big deal. If you have free money, unaccountable interest to work with, so my mother could have done the same thing. So what are we talking about? Qualify Ghana to World Cup, at what cost? And we are saying that, yeah, you went. That's not the end of it. Somebody pushed you to go. So the person who will help you to go, come and account for it. That's what we are saying.
So for you, they've not done what the GFA haven't done.
Oh, no, I don't think they have done it. Look, I was around when Ben Kofi was there. Around when Elias Tay, all of them. I was around when Kati Caesar, SK Menu, I saw all of them. And when they travel, they bring change. Don't even let us go too far. Ben Kofi. They give me money, FA travels, they come back and say, this is how much I spend, this is what I get. It never happened before. What's so difficult about that? And you want to tell us, my brother, Ghana football needs a complete overhauling. But this case, if you allow this case to go on like it's going on now, unchecked, Ghana football is going to be like a place where if you need money, you hustle, you go there, you become rich. So because it's unaccountable interest, the money that goes there, nobody knows how the money is being spent. They're not going to tell anybody. So where is the money? This at this time that we are, let me tell you something. Mm-hmm. The only way that Ghanaians will be satisfied, won't talk, is forget the past. It has happened, it's gone. But they are still repeating it. They should come out, allow themselves to be audited, right? Audited. Yes. Allow themselves to be audited. Tell us how much. Transparency from now on, transparency. And then the big monies, the 100,000, they should bear their heads down in shame. At this time of the game.
Nana, is Ghana football in the right hands?
No, it's not in the right hands. You know that. Why you ask me that question?
I don't
why are you asking that question? You know it's not in the right hands. So why are you asking me? You know, these are some of the things that is happening in Ghana football. A lot of people are afraid. I'm not saying they go and lie. God forbid, I will never do that. I don't even want anybody to do that. Don't lie on somebody. But what is happening in Ghana football now? What they call them, Yoko, that's what they call them?
Yeah, economic.
They should come in. Me, I want the parliamentarians. Jesus Christ, listen to me carefully. I want the parliamentarians to come in at this time. Because when they were about to leave, the sports people, the people who have chance to talk on radio, administrators, all of them were saying that when you were going to take the money, at least you told the public that you needed money, you have sent the budget to the government and then the government. So when you took the money, we are asking you, oh, it's good that government are giving the money. How much did they give you? It took the intervention of the parliamentarians to straighten it up, right? Because the minister says, Mekoba, and nobody has any power to talk.
But what about the sports minister? He's also over there.
The sports minister should park someplace. He should park someplace.
Why?
He doesn't know anything about football. The sports minister don't know anything about football. Because look at what is happening. My friend, my brother. No, you are not my brother. You are my son. Yes. Look at what is happening. And you're asking about, is it not the same sports minister who took the budget and presented to the government? It is the same minister who came out to say that Mekoba, when we come back, I'm not going to tell anybody how much you are going to spend, how much money was given to Mekoba. When they came back, why don't the same place that he went and told the whole world, why don't him just take the budget? Do a budget, no budget. Do how you spend the money. And the minister is not sitting there.
So you think he's...
was he not aware that they were paying 100,000? Was he not aware of that?
Probably, maybe the president will set over the years.
Was he not around when the money was being paid? Was he not around? You asked me a question. I'm asking a very simple question.
I'm sure he was.
Thank you very much. What did he say? What has he done? The government, as at now, me personally, I want to appeal to the parliamentarians that we should not let this thing die. Because anything happens today and nobody says anything, tomorrow it will happen.
I know your concern has to do with the money aspect. What about the coaching aspect of the Blasters? Since the current GFA came in, they came to meet Coach Kwesi Appiah. He went, Siki Akono, Milovan Rajivac, now Otuado has left. 4 coaches under 1 term. Now we're about to appoint our 5th coach.
Why do we want to sit down, and allow the same people within the short time that they've been in office to appoint 4 coaches? Dismiss all of them. Not even one of them were given the handshake that at the time of your office, all of them were sacked.
Otuado resigned himself.
Yeah. And then you, the same person, we are giving you a chance to go and appoint another coach. Me, I say it from my experience. I say that Akosua Appiah is qualified. There's nothing wrong with Akosua. But you see, they sack Akosua Appiah. On what grounds did they sack Akosua Appiah? You see, on what ground, what did he do? Now, Akosua Appiah says, I want to come back. Does it mean that he has gone to rectify the mistakes, or why does he want to come back? Because he feels that injustice somewhere was made. That's why he wants to come back. He won't call them bluff. If you want to dismiss me, give the people the reason why I was dismissed. It's as simple as that. Look, my friend, all these things that we are doing, I'm saying it again. Ghana football needs a complete overhauling. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay, I understand you, but do you think if we don't take care, we'll return to Nyankechi's era again?
We are there. We are past them. What are you talking about? We are past them.
Really?
Oh, my friend. Look, I'm telling you, I was part, and I always feel ashamed. Some people even reported that I lied. No, I didn't lie. When they say that the government should allow non-government people, civilians, to run it, I was part of the people who were making noise. No, I'm and then they changed. If I knew it was going to be like this, at least I would have added my voice. I would have been first to say that no, let it stay there. Right now, football stinks. Do you understand? What does it mean? Stink. What does it mean?
Bon.
Thank you very much. That's exactly the position that we are in now. There's absolutely nothing you can do until a complete revolution. Not that somebody takes a gun, not that somebody takes a pistol, not that. Complete revolution means complete overhauling. Let's put ice. If I have a power and I'm in a place where I can make a decision, this African Cup and all these things, because the same people are going and they come back, how much are they going to share this time? Tradition without representation, unaccountable impress. They are going now again. They are going. They will take another budget to go.
40 years without AFCON.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've definitely seen Ghana win AFCON before. And definitely, it didn't cost us much to go and win AFCON.
No, it's very easy. Massa, CK Jemfis, he formed Republicans. The coach now, he's here. Every month he takes his pay. Now we play matches, like Basta will play matches three times a year, 4 times a year, something. And 90% of them are from abroad. So when he leaves and go, what does he do? What does the coach do? What does the coach do? But he takes pay. I don't have any problem. But coach, you are here, you sleep in the house free. They give you car free, petrol free, per diem when you travel, you sleep in a hotel free. So why don't you, for sake, you go out like weekend? Oh, Team A is playing Team B here. I'm going to watch it. Do some scouting. Football is not an easy game. Right now, football used to be a game. Right now, football is business, big business. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Big business. So we can't sit down here and go about this shit about I'm doing it. No. They don't play football like that. Football is business. And ties pay is Sika Kudi. Do you understand? Money. That's why we are talking. That's why some of us, we are saying, I cannot say this time about House of Folk. I can't say about Kotoko. I can't say about Duas. I can't say about any team. Because my money is not in there. We are talking, all of us, we are busy talking about Blasters because our investment is there.
Thank you, Nana Faith, for this interesting conversation. I'm sure you've sent your word out there, and definitely the people that matter in football will get talking and also demand some accountability, as you said, for the monies that were spent at the World Cup and all that matters. My name is Joseph Adamafi, and that's how we wrap up here on Sports Check here on GhanaWeb TV. Thanks for watching.
Mommy, you basically see about Kotoso. People got sending me sick from Lemonade Finance. While Brian did the shit and let me £2.
Lemonade Finance.
Say they're sending money back home from UK, Canada, Canada, US. I accepted. Instant charges. Bien. Extinguishing in so unbeatable. We should be promo code Dr. Like Nenya £10, $10, and $10 Canadian dollars for the first transaction. What is send this guy download to Lemonade Finance.
Plus size ladies, our nipple, our clit, our ears.
The ears, yeah, I don't know.
Yes, and then me, I don't have feelings under my feet. So you can do whatever I know, but my nyash,
okay,
the line between my nyash,
yes.
I have a lot of feelings there. So I love my man to feel the whole body, play with me, let me feel like I'm being eaten.
Right there. It is an all-new season of Mountain Cuddles on GhanaWeb TV, your favorite 18+ show with me, Paula Amabroni. I promise you that in this new season, we'll bring you engaging topics, daring one of course. And as we always do it, our motive is to spice up your relationship. So we'll take a quick break. When I come back, I introduce my guest and the topic for today. Stay tuned. You're welcome back. This is Mountain Cuddles on GhanaWeb TV. Now, today's topic is very dear to my heart because I have friends who are plus size women, highly endowed, kicking it, sexy, they've got all what it takes. So today we're just looking at the topic, how to have good sex with a plus size woman. Yeah, you should know what works for the body, how to go around it, so that at the end of the day, your woman will be pleasured, whereas you, the guy, you be getting some very good sex. So I have the right people with me here, seated in my couch, to do the discussion. I will introduce my guest shortly. So I have here with me Kita Moore. I got the name right? Kita Moore. Yeah, Kita is an actress, she's a model, and also an entrepreneur. Later I'll tell her, I will tell you what she does, what she's into, so you could contact her for business. Kita, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
She looking good.
Thank you.
I like the all black thing, like fierce. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Great. So I'm not doing this alone with Kita. I have here with me Regina Etonam Agbenyo. Regina is a practicing veterinary officer. She's an agriculturist. Like she loves the whole agriculture thing. Later on, I'll tell you what she's into. She's into such an amazing thing. We'll talk about that later. We'll save the best for the last. But she is past contestant of Diasa. Yes, she's a voter region rep. So those of you who follow Diasa, you surely know Etonam, and she is currently a contestant of Mix SL Plus. Later on, we'll delve more into it. But Etonam, you're welcome.
Thank you.
You guys look amazing. I like how you're confident in your skin. All that.
Look good too.
Oh, thank you. Women supporting women.
Yes.
So today's topic: how to have good sex with a plus size woman. What to do, what to look out for when you are, in with a plus size woman, the things that will help you and all that. Personally, what are some of the misconceptions you've heard when it comes to love making and plus size women? We hear a lot of things on social media and personal encounters on it. What are some of the misconceptions?
Okay, thanks so much. When it comes to love making, love making should be fun. And so I don't see the reason why people are having this perception about being plus size is a curse, we smell, we are lazy. Basically, sex shouldn't be something that comes in a form of intimidating ourselves.
Exactly.
Yeah. So as a plus size lady, we don't smell. Meanwhile, people say, so this is the avenue for us to create more awareness. Yes, to break that myth that we don't smell, we are not lazy. We are actually hardworking. we are beautiful, we are confident, gorgeous, and when they follow us to the bedroom, the bedmatics is there.
Show them.
Yeah.
Kita, now, I was reading, so ahead of this topic, I wanted to know the frequently asked questions. And another misconception, I would term it as a misconception, is that plus-size women cannot ride a dick. Like getting on top. You know how some men are like, okay, get on top, show me what you've got.
Yes.
Is that true?
That's not true.
Okay.
Because I'm a rider, I love to ride.
Yes.
I always want to take in control. And that position is very good. I mean, it helps you get the whole chest in, you put your hands on the man's chest, then you pound on him. Especially, it's more fun when you turn around so that he sees the eyes, then you pound on him. No. It's not true. We can do it more well, and with the extra body and the sexiness, he will love it.
So for the men who think that they're going to be crushed, they are actually missing out.
They are missing out. They should try it. Get yourself a plus size. You can't tell me this and that about plus size when you have not tried.
Exactly.
You should try before you say something bad. And I might say not all plus size ladies are very active in bed.
Okay.
Maybe that is why some of the guys are saying that. But if you have tried A, doesn't mean you should end there. You should move to B, because B might be very naughty and crazy. I want to explore. I do how we do wheelbarrow. Oh yes, because I want to explore.
Okay.
I want to do what you think I can't do.
Oh yeah.
Let's do it. If I'm not able to do it, that's why you tell me, because I'm plus, then no. Try it before you say we are
so
not
it's a
able.
Misconception that they're going to crush
all
you.
Lies.
Great.
It's all lies.
The whole thing that comes with plus size women love slim guys, slender guys. Is that what you want? Or maybe if you are equally plus size, the chemistry is not really there. So that's why you go for that. How does it work?
Oh, actually, personally, I have nothing to say about this, but I think that is just how it should go. So that there can be
balance.
Yeah, it should be balanced. And as plus, we need a young, not young per se, but a slim guy.
Slim guy
can enter there, and give it to us.
Great.
Yeah.
So let me talk about the positions that really works for you, as you say, to give it to you. Because at the end of the day, what is the point of making love when it's not enjoyable, when it's just one person, and then at the end of the day you go and you're talking trash and all that? It happens. Even with slim girls, you meet a man, you think you're good, and then later on he goes to badmouth you and all that. What are the positions that works for plus size women, Kita?
Well, I don't think it's only the position.
Okay.
Sex is something to enjoy. So first of all, you start with romance, and that's where some of the guys will say, okay, plus size ladies smell, because maybe some of the plus size ladies don't take care of their punani well. If you take care of that place, your man will eat that place up. I mean, so every sex should start with a romance, a little, playing with the nipple, sucking the dick, some licking with the clit. That will make the punani, plus size, our pussy is always wet and it's very tight. You can fuck us like 10 times, and then the next time you come, it's so tight.
Ouch.
And that makes it so enjoyable.
Okay.
So to me, I feel like not the sex pushing, the position a lot, but it's the romance that will make everything, enjoyable.
Okay.
And with plus size ladies, we are known that doggy is our favorite style. Yes, it's good because
doggy works for you.
It works a lot, especially when you are with a slim guy who is a little tall. When you are tall and you are slim and you are with a plus size, meaning your penis is a little long. That will help the nyash. Yes, and not all men knows how to do doggy with plus size ladies.
So how do you do it? Do you have to raise flesh or get so close?
Yes,
like, how does it
go? when you are doing doggy with a plus size, the nyash is huge. You want to get in there, so you grab it like you're opening a book.
It up.
And you hit hard. You go in and out. That's where you feel it in your tummy that, this nigga is hitting me good.
Okay.
You understand? And doggy, I love to ride. I mean, I love most positions. So to me, doggy, wheelbarrow, riding, A lot goes for
Kita,
me.
you see, you made mention that, you know, when you have a slim guy, if you get lucky, the dick is long.
Yeah.
If a man who wants to roll with a plus size woman but who's got a very small or short dick, what advice will you give the person? How can they do it? Should they still open up?
Well,
because at the end of the day, you don't want his ego to be bruised.
Yes.
How do you go about it?
If you're a man that you love me and you want to be with me and your dick is not satisfying me, I will let you know. I'll not keep it. I'll let you know. Now there we have herbals that can even help your penis, but for now that your penis is a little not satisfying, I'll let you know how you can go around and then get it done.
So it talks about communication.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Go around the body, how you can hit it, how if you are doing it and I'm not feeling it, I'll let you know, babe, hit harder, you know.
It's true. Like we've always advised women, if your man is doing it, don't even fake the money.
Yes.
Don't fake orgasm. Tell him.
It should be real. It's something you are enjoying. You have to let him also enjoy.
All right.
You understand? So if the dick is short, he has to know that you are feeling it or you are not feeling it.
Maybe you can introduce sex toy if the situation is very wet.
We have pillows that
but
you can use.
a lot of men feel intimidated with that. A lot.
We've had a conversation about that, and then we're like, oh, well, am I not good enough for you? But it is not to battle it out with you. It's just to compliment you. So maybe you can explore it. It's not that deep. But Etanam, when it comes to hygiene, it's very key. Do you opt for spontaneous sex, or you prefer that, or you go wash down and all that? Because Kita was talking about some people feeling like, okay, you are not clean and all that. So what advice, how best can you go? Do you shower, especially if you sweat a lot? Do you opt that you shower before the real deal, especially if you want to get eaten and all that? Of course, nobody wants a sweaty situation. So how do you go about it?
I think ideally, when we talk about hygiene, it should be practiced frequently. So what our advice is that you wash down before sex, and even after sex, you wash down to prevent organisms and germs from entering into the place here. And even men who would like to finger their ladies, people who would like to lick their ladies, our advice, we brush our teeth.
Before you introduce your mouth
in there, you must make sure your nails are being trimmed down.
No dirt in between or whatever.
Germs and whatever.
Great.
And you know, sometimes men with long or sharp nails used to hurt the punani after fingering. Because you put your hand there, locomoting, you turn and you finish. And there are bruises.
He's looking for something.
Who wants bruises? It's not a good thing.
No one.
Great. But Etonam, for a woman who is heavily endowed, like a plus size, like very huge, and having to have access to your body and cleaning, maybe you cannot really reach there because some people are very heavy. What advice would you give to that person? Should you get help and all that? Because as much as possible, you should thoroughly wash down
the place. I think sitting down in a chair at your comfort level, it could be a shorter one, it could be the one that follows. You can sit down, open up, and use the water to flush out the place. Well, others tells me they use this syringe, just like they use in the hospitals. People will just have to draw water there, flush it out, but that is what works to them. So if something works for you, you
go for it.
You do it more. If it doesn't work, you switch to something different. But
at the end of the day, you keep your body very, very neat.
I think preferably there are people who like or love the place to be bushy. People like the place to be bushy, others would like to keep it short. Whatever works for you,
go for it. Great. But Kita, for a woman who loves to be eaten, this is not even about plus size. There are women, before you really get them to orgasm, you have to eat them or not that. So for that advice, how do you also keep the place clean? How to also make it pleasurable for your partner?
Well, it depends on how your partner loves it. Other men loves it bushy, and other men loves it, sakura. But to talk of hygiene, you have to always keep that place smooth and neat so that you can concentrate on working on the skin. So you want your pussy to be eaten. Shave. Make sure after shaving you use lime to bath the whole place. You wait at least 5 to 10 minutes before you bath. You do it frequently. No matter what, if you are ready to have sex and you didn't bath and you do this frequently, the place is already neat. And it's smelling good. You don't have bad odor there. That is where you see the man so interested in going there. So I think the shaving is important. Don't your partner loves it bushy, but you should trim it in a way that it's still having hair, but it will not create a bad odor. Yes, because obiba no na odeka boho.
You get what I'm saying?
I think I'm into agreement with what Kita is saying.
Yes,
I think sometimes apart from shaving, we must keep one partner.
Yeah.
You know, yes, sex shouldn't be done frequently. It comes with some times and season, so that the place will also have time to rest
heal
and heal.
Follow period to rest.
Yeah, you understand.
Ladies, the conversation is getting interesting, but then I want us to take a quick break. When we come back, then we'll delve more into it. Go to the second part, which is more, But then, ladies, as we stated, you know, sometimes the love making thing pops up and all that, but if you are not really confident, or maybe at that time you are so sweaty and all that, you can ask your partner. You could even tell him, oh, I just want to wash down. A very quick one. He can even join you there, so that you feel comfortable. If you want to be eating, like, you know everything is great. Before the man is trying to put your hand there and trying to smell, you know that thing could be very awkward. So I've got the right ladies here to do the discussion. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, Moles and Cuddles continues. Quick break. This is Moons and Cuddles on GhanaWeb TV, and I am Paula Amabroni, live and in charge. So today we're looking at how to have good sex with a plus size woman. And Kita and Etonam, you know, they've been opening keys, telling us what to do, and giving tips to plus size women who really want to enjoy the act of love making. Now, for the second part, I just want to read this quote. It says, having sexual intercourse with someone out of desperation or experimentation isn't good enough reason to be shagging them at all. Simply put, if you think you want to be with a plus woman just because maybe all the while you've had sex with slim ladies, so it's more of like an experiment, something to satisfy your fantasy or whatever, then it's better you do not have sex at all. So is it offensive when you have a guy who says, oh, maybe I've been with slim girls, I want to try it out with plus size? Does it come as a compliment, or you feel like, okay, wait, am I being used as an experiment? Kita?
Well, I'm not surprised, because I get that a lot.
Oh, okay.
I get that a lot from men, you know, like how you are saying he wants to try out. I'm not an experiment. One, if you are not in to stay, you are not getting in at all. So I get that a lot, but I don't really give them that opportunity, unless maybe on a friendship notice. Certain things comes with understanding each other, communication. If you, the lady, you are okay with it, you want to, you know, show him what plus size ladies have, is cool. But personally, me, I will not let a man use me for his own, you know.
Experiment.
No,
nobody is here for that. Nobody.
You get yourself a plus size, or stick with your bones.
Hey, stick with your bones. It's a shade. It's a shade. Yeah. Kita, I like that. Being confident in yourself and, you know, standing up to what you believe in. If you're not ready, you use the door. Yeah, Etonam. So for a woman plus size, how do you detect that this guy coming is just in for the punani? Or is in for a real commitment? How do you differentiate that? Because I say they are words and all that.
It's like of late plus size women are trending. So every guy or man out there wish to go out with them. Now, to detect whether a guy just wants to make fun with you, well, I won't say anything much about it, but it's about how we portray ourselves out there to them. If you are in quotes, he would like to come on and exploit. So you have to be vigilant. know what you like for your body, know what you believe in, so that it wouldn't be plus size ladies are trending, but to the negative of it.
Okay. When you see a plus size woman portraying, like, you know, in a movie, the way you can touch your butt and all that, does it come across that you guys are being on serious, or you feel it's a personal thing, they decide what to do with their life?
Oh yeah, everybody with his her choice. So everybody with their choice. Seriously, I'm confident in my own way, but I would like to make a positive impact. Meanwhile, we have others who are also positive in their own way, confident in their own way, but would like to exploit. God has given me the thighs, let me flaunt it. I have breasts, that is also good. But then you have to know what you are doing.
Great.
Yes.
So it's a personal decision.
It's a personal decision.
Kita, I must say that the plus size women that I know, PM is my friend now. Now I've gotten to know you more and all that makes herself too. I follow, and then the ladies that come on board. One will say that plus size women love to show skin. Why is it so?
Well, personally, I think growing up wasn't easy being a plus size. People call me Obolo Twin Twin. From school, they body shame me a lot. Because of my body, some of my friends don't even want to go out with me and all that. So growing up, I met friends who are also interested in how beautiful I look in my plus size body, who confidently tell me to love myself and to you know, I had a friend who is late. I can say that it's through his advice and how he gave me some sort of confidence that made me love myself till now. And me being a model, oh, rest in peace, Salty, wherever you are. He always tells me, I will be like, my tummy is too big, you know. He's always around slim girls with a big nyash and, you know, that kind of a thing, and I'll always be like, me, I'll not go with you. They are having big nyash and all that. He'll say, hey, you that I like, you are the friend I want to go with. You know how your body is. If I'm working with you,
I feel good.
too much
I feel
respect.
respected.
You know, so like it's jovial, but he made me love myself. And for that reason, I love to portray myself in bikinis. When you go to my page on
social
IG,
media,
you see a lot of bikini shorts, me wearing 90s and stuff. I do a lot of shoots. I show a lot of skin because it's not like I'm showing you skin to show that I'm into something bad or something. Some people think when you do that you're into hookup and stuff. I get that a lot, but no, I want other ladies out there to know that if you are bold enough, you can go to the pool with pants and bra.
With your fupa
full there. I mean, it's not shameful to show your body, your folds. I mean, I have a lot of folds behind me. I love to show them. You are against me for having this. God created me, so you have a problem with God. If you tell me, what's that to do? I said, some people tease me. I have 2 breasts here, so they always tease me. Hey, why can say why you no form you know? And I'm in a ball me. What do you want me to do? You want me to do what? Go for surgery or something just to please you? No. If I'm to do surgery, I'll do surgery to please myself.
So not others. Great.
So I do a lot of things to show other plus like size ladies that you are bold, you are beautiful, your the shape. You know, it's not always you have to be Coca-Cola shape. I was saying,
you can be heavy.
Exactly. And some men, some lovers of plus size men. I've met a man who will tell me, hey, I didn't afford you with you know, me pedo do, and them like, and them I love you. You know, so there are men out there that loves the body, however it is. Whether you are straight from the top, you are big from the, like he loves it.
No pressure at all. So just find someone who is in tune with that. Great.
Before you find someone who will love your body, you have to love
yourself first. It's true. It's so true. And even with slim ladies, there are some people who have insecurities. They feel like, oh, they are too slim. Later we'll talk about that. But then, Etonam, for someone who goes online, body shame, you post a picture, someone will come, you eat too much, you should undergo surgery, you should yes, I see.
Oh yeah, you would die.
I get that a lot.
So you see, these are some of all the negative cyberbullying and all that. If you have a man who loves you, who loves you for who you are, and the man has got a family, maybe friends who feel like, okay, why are you with the plus size and all that? But let's first tackle it. How do you deal with such negative comments?
Oh, for me, my confidence level is always high as
100 over 100.
So it is not what you are saying out there that makes me who I will be.
Thank you.
I do what I'm interested in. So for the fact that I'm naked, half naked, full, whatever, and I should post my picture out there and you comment, that is you.
Okay.
You see, it is time plus size ladies have more confidence in ourselves to do whatever we do. Because looking at this stigmatization, this body shaming has led a lot to their graves.
A lot.
People don't feel good at themselves. They are always in Uber. They wouldn't even go to functions.
No.
And it's like they are being entangled under cages that they don't have time for themselves.
Yes.
People even have the myth that you not get married. Because men will love to be with ladies who are smart, who can be with
They will even say, oh, if you are with a plus size and she's sick, how will you carry her to the hospital? All these things.
These are some of the bad energies.
These are some of the bad energies. So
we will have to what is your advice to such people? Like, what message would you tell them? The cyberbullies.
Well, that is how they prefer or they chose to be. They should continue. The advice going there, well, we have individual differences. Maybe the person saying that has love for slave ladies, so he will always be against
bad mouthing.
But you have to be focused in life. One, that is how God created us. Well, there may be exercises we can do to keep fit, to keep the body going.
But is it difficult to lose weight?
Oh yeah, it comes to discipline. We have the adipose tissue in our body, and so the more the body feels comfortable in everything, it comes. So you have to work on, especially the knees. Talking about the sex position you asked earlier on.
Yeah.
With the doggy, well, your knee will rest on the bed, but the cowgirl, the missionary, and there is one your man can just sit in a chair and you sit on top and have control.
That's very good.
You have to work on the knees.
Not put too much pressure on
them. So the knee should be strong. So that at least, when a man should approach a lady, being plus, there may be perceptions the guy would hear or have about the plus lady and visiting.
Yeah.
So I have to put on my A game.
Prove them wrong.
And let you know that I can ride.
You
end up running away from the bed.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay, I see.
You see, men love it when they should come to you.
Yeah.
You are
in control.
Raw. In control. You do it.
You do everything.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Is it hard to please a plus size woman in bed? Let me start with it. Is it hard to please you?
Well, it's hard to please me personally. I don't know about others, but
okay.
I'm not. It's not easy for me to reach orgasm. But I love it when we do more romance. That helps me to, when you are having sex, it's a connection with your brain and the body. So I want more romance for me to connect with myself. Yes, that alone will help me to reach orgasm. But you just start with kissing, then you are hitting there. Forget you go like 1,000 round now. I still not reach. So to me, I think it's really hard to please or satisfy a plus size lady on bed.
Especially when you don't know how to go around the body.
Great. Yes.
Etonam, so whilst reading on the whole lab making with a plus size woman, a lady was sharing experiences like the fupa, raise it, touch it, it's all part of the body. Don't feel like maybe I'll be offended if you touch it. So what are the right spots to touch?
The right spots, let's talk about the breast,
the
nipple.
The nipples,
the nipple,
you can never go
ear lobes over there, the inner ear, the lips, the nose, even the eye, the eyebrow,
everything
under the neck, the ankle, wherever. Explore. Oh yes, the back, the waistline over there, the sole of the feet. Oh, really.
I like the fact that we are educating people and telling them what really works for you. But when it comes to fetishes, some people will lick my feet maybe and now, and people have crazy things and all that. So if you're a plus size woman and you know exactly, some people just eat me up, just go down on me, I'm going to come and all that. How do you communicate that to your partner? For them, because you don't want them to be selfish. At the end of the day, they are just the ones coming. What about you? So when you have something special, knowing your body, how do you communicate that to your partner?
Well, I think it's communication, and your partner should know you very well. If it's a beginning of a relationship, you should let him know, babe, this is where I love it, how I love it. You know, you should communicate, tell him everything, so that when you are doing it, it shouldn't be like you are shy, he's not doing your mind will be like, what is this nigga doing? This is not how I want it. How you want it, tell him. How you want him to handle you, tell him. You know, talk to him, communicate with him. If he's not doing it, even in the bed or on the bed, you should be doing it. If he forgets to suck your nipple, what is his head and put it there?
To the breast.
You know, if you
it to him.
yes, put to me the bone in him, just to bring his mind there. Your breast is there. Focus on the breast. You know, and plus size ladies, our nipple, our clit, our ears.
The ears, I don't know.
Yes, and then me, I don't have feelings under my feet. You can do whatever I will not. But my nyash, the line
especially
between
on
my
the
nyash,
beach.
you know, yes, I have a lot of feelings there. So I love my man to, you know, feel the whole body, you know, play with me, let me feel like, I'm being eaten. You know, the lion is being eaten.
Devouring.
Yes, you know, so you have to explore with me, but the communication should be there. He tells you how he wants it. You also tell him how you want it. Yeah, that makes it.
So still on the wrapping up, we're wrapping up today's conversation. What are some of the things that a man can do to also please share your part, to please a woman when it comes to the bedroom, things that really work for you?
So you love me the way I am and be open up to me. Let me trust who you are. It shouldn't be A tomorrow and B tomorrow. And then there are times I may be moody. You know, sex comes with a state of mind. If I'm stressed, I wouldn't love it. So you have to help me
communication,
bring my mind back. And then it should be pre-informed. You know, if you are my man that will be meeting or doing something in the night, I think in the course of the day, you know,
some naughty chatting,
then
you know,
it is preparing me for the night. Well, we have quickie that is also there, but at least it should come with some sort of communication to prepare me for the game.
Well, me, I don't love to be prepared.
Hey,
when I'm with my man, I mean, the minute I see you, I want to eat you up. So I don't know about you, but always I'm talking naughty with him. I'm trying to spank the ass. I'm trying to make him know that yes, I want to eat you up. When I'm not with you, you can do whatever you want to do.
But then once you are here,
yes,
let's get to business. I love that, ladies. What you brought to fore is so important. The conversation was great. I must say this is one of my best conversation on Moons and Cuddles, just for the fact that we clearing all the misconception and all that. But then before we wrap up, I want you to put out your social media handles and maybe tell us what you do, anything that. I'm sorry.
So Kitamo is a plus size model. I'm an actress. I'm an entrepreneur. I sell stuff, a lot of stuff.
Like clothes,
everything I do. Yes, and my IG handle is Kitamo. Kitamo, Q-I-T-A-M-O-O-R-E. M-O-O-R-E. Kitamo on because I'm into the competition, Miss SL Plus. So when you are searching, Miss SL Plus will be attached to my name.
Great.
So Q-I-T-A M-O-O-R-E, Kitamo, Miss SL Plus on IG, and also on Facebook, Kitamo.
Yes. I wish you the best. But how do you reach you on social media?
Okay, so on Facebook it's Agbenye Regina Etonam, and on IG Regina Etonam Agbenye.
Great. I said that you're a practicing vet officer, and then the whole business thing, and all my ladies here into businesses and all that. My cash ladies. So they've said what they are into. You can contact them on social media, and then you talk business. And you know, when you want to take it further, it's up to you. But today's conversation, we talked about how to have good sex with a plus size woman. We've given you all the tips. We've talked to you a thing or two. So you should utilize the information we've given you here, and then remember that if you want to spice up your relationship, Wilson Cuddles is the best show for you. I am Paula Amabroni. Thanks for watching. I'll be back with another interesting story. See you soon.
Mommy, you first can see my cotoso. The bugger, send him a from Lemonade Finance. While Brian did a shade and let me £10.
Lemonade Finance.
Say they're sending money back home from UK, Canada, and now US. I accepted a instant charges. Extinguishing unbeatable. We should make promo code Dr. Like £10, $10, and $10 Canadian for the first transaction. With this send this guy download to Lemonade Finance.
Thought it wise to do this collaboration. Somebody might also come, put in some money, do some big investments about anything Sarkodie wants to do, so that on also bit me tap it into Safi now and leverage, and then here you are saying nonsense.
Hello and thanks for joining us for the maiden edition of eForum on GhanaWeb TV for the year 2023. I'm sure you missed that. Yes, we are back, and today we're having a conversation on Sarkodie's song. Okay, so on Bob Marley's song that features Sarkodie, which has actually been a topical issue, and that's because Black Rasta has been fighting almost everyone that passes a comment on his statement on why the Bob Marley's family decided to have this collaboration. This is what we are going to talk about today on the show eForum on GhanaWeb TV. The name is Abrantipa. Yes, Medina Sesai. I'm here with Olele Salvador. He is a journalist with 3 media networks, and then Vida Duchumwa is also a journalist. And Bakuniede. Thanks for joining me on the show today.
You're welcome.
So, for me, I think, how did I even hear of the song? Through a tweet. Either Olele or Kwame Dazi, one of you first tweeted the song, and then I got to know about it. So I was eager to hear the song, and when I listened to it, well, I think it was a good song. I don't know about you. Vida, was it?
For me, I was happy about the Ghanaian factor, the Sarkodie factor that was added to the whole piece. At first, I was like, why this collaboration? Why this time? But then, maybe I can say we want Ghana music to go out there, and these are some of the channels I think say we are not say aye mediocre, aye anyhow collaborations into the real import of so when you be a cabo mayenyum na you're relegating it to the background because the reason why you want to collaborate with someone is say a bit properly wonyum to the next level. Into if it's a inter-regional, not say inter-country collaboration, you are looking at leveraging on Nippon popularity will be free, you can get something out of it. But Oceana Yonko studio Chalean Cambo BBA. So originally no mostly any plan bia why we are collaborating with Obi and how I'll be to me leverage on Nippon a popularity so a faso a bebro. So me quickly my Jane Koho said this is a big hit for Ghana. If anybody wants to know, because recently I think se Shatta etu Kwanye Buzan said Ghana ye journal ye kase den enyom ne ye ya. He said he couldn't ID one thing Inti se obianti ye din dakra senior football edi akọ places no. I was thinking say obia or Bob Marley assembly will listen to this song and know say oh there's a certain country a friend of Ghana, there's a certain artist a friend of Sarkodie. Or your tongue twisting the reggae melodies now. To assume. So the honor me focus I didn't really think say it was going to bring about Bruha Habia instead of Shatta and Beyonce. I mean na and Shada M-Pesa in terms of genre of music, but we celebrated it. Until I was all for the celebration until say I saw people tweeting here and there. Black Rasta minim say on the Bob Marley and Musini or Ghana. How I don't know what his problem was. I was firing left, right, center. I mean, it's as focus now shifted from say a who say well this is a total celebration. I was seeing was a Ghana music a drum pempen so be even Mali Busia for cry recognizing no afiadane afa baby, and I think he's enjoying it because a man for corner repertoire mo ekwa kwhwe so no kra nyomben na why a man in yasa locus now they can dia oka na me Chinese song be
Africa, the Africa song
mean obi language mean disrespect ebia na Tufo.
So, but that song is a good song. That part, you see, people have taken him out of context. Like as Waku to a hono keke now they can't say Tachi Tichacho.
It's a good song.
It's a good song.
Chinese, no, saying no,
say Ghana no, you say Africa no, Bibia ya famro for dear, and ye dear no. It is everything about us we don't like. You understand? And instead of yebe niebe boye no, Bibia na Emrofono, to the extent that even our songs, we don't want to sing our songs anymore. We don't want to speak our language anymore. And the Chinese have taken over, and now we are speaking Chinese song. We are singing their. So that is. Also, Muntia Munko Busa Stone Boy, no so much putu nasi.
Wow. Oh, one way. Oh, question why I be must say I don't know the tree rap. I mean. Sarkodie and legendary status no, the delivery why amana teeny status no. So if he fails, say what people are done for or replicated something on the tracker, I don't see anything wrong with that.
Olele, do you think the whole Black Rasta conversation, his tweet to the Bob Marley's family has actually shifted the attention or how we could have leveraged the collaboration? Oh, yes. Or it is rather fun in it?
No, regardless of however you look at it, it wasn't anything to be positive about. Telling them that as a desecration of Bob Marley's legacy was uncalled for. I would want to believe and understand that maybe, you know, Black Rasta arguably is one of the media personalities in this country that has always championed reggae music with all the platforms he's found himself on, you know, from wherever it was, xylophone to class to now 3FM. He's always championing reggae music. But I don't think he makes him the gatekeeper of, you know, who should be on what and what should be on that. Do you get what I'm saying? Because we know his repertoire, we've seen his track record. And if he's still going to be trapped in that space where he thinks music is just going to be kept to one genre, then he's missing out. Beyonce did a whole EDM album, and that album, you know, won at the Grammys. We could have said Beyonce is an R&B. She should just stick to R&B. She did a whole Afrobeats album where she put Burna Boy and Shatta Wale on there. You know, so music and collaborations have evolved away from just being who you are and representing a particular genre to becoming more collaborative. You know, that is what I was hoping someone of his, you know, his standard, his status would understand, you know, because even reggae music as we hear it today wasn't like the reggae music of yesterday. You know, the pop cans and the likes are doing reggae dance, so different from what it was yesterday. So I would have hoped and believed that, you know, Black Rasta should have seen some positive with all the things he said, whether it's to defend the genre or it's just to add his voice to the conversation. He hasn't really been critical about the things he said. What I mean critical,
he says Sarkodie is one way.
He hasn't been objective. Rap. What I mean, he has been objective.
You don't think Sarkodie is one way?
At that point in time, regardless of whether Sarkodie is one way or not, that is not the focus. Like she said, when Shatta Wale did a song with Beyonce, everybody thought, how would a Shatta Wale and Beyonce collaboration be like? Imagine if Shatta did not have an NDA and we heard it in the grapevine that Shatta was going to song Beyonce. The conversation would be like, Shatta Wale, freedom, Shatta with a Beyonce. It wasn't going to make sense. But the people involved saw the need to push Shatta on the Beyonce record, and it made sense. Do you get what I'm saying? So regardless of whether he rapped in English, whether it was one way, whether the most important thing is the handlers of his music, which is Bob Marley's music, and the family had a conversation, and they said, according to Sarkodie, he said, we want you to speak in your native language. That is why we are doing this project. We don't want you to come and speak a language that we already know, which is English. We know you to be a tree-speaking rapper, and we want you to bring that flair on the song. And Sarkodie did what he had to do, and that's it. Case closed. Conversation has ended. Really.
But with your explanation and Black Rasta's posture and the way some people are coming at him, do you think that we are also, so to speak, correcting the wrong with a poisonous vibe or narrative? The way people are attacking him and going to Black Rasta, yes, going to dig his repertoire and trying to say that. Afia even saying he does funny songs.
Tai Chi is a funny song. If you're being honest, I remember when Shasha Mali's Matter came out. It was years later, we realized that there was actually a message in that record, because he was talking about voyages and stuff like that. But you see, Black Rasta is an intellectual person, right? And this is where I like to just differ away from some of the comments that have come up. Of course, there have been comments that have been direct attacks on him, which I don't subscribe to, because he has opened the conversation for an intellectual discourse. You get what I'm saying? That is why I'm saying that at some point in time, we need to look. The reason why people went beyond the Tai Chi Chacho to actually look for a real song, and now the conversation has changed from, it's not a funny song, it's actually a meaningful song, is where I want to focus on. Because at the end of the day, you are dealing with someone who knows his stuff. You get me? He has followed reggae music for a very long time, so he knows his stuff. So if you're going to come to Black Rasta, you need to come to him correct. I don't really subscribe to personal attacks when it comes to conversations on music, and talk your facts, come with your facts, and then let's also hear Black Rasta's facts, and then we can have an intellectual discourse. Most often in Ghana, when these conversations come up, you don't really hear a lot of conversations that progress either the topic or the subject. It's often personal attacks, and we lose out on some of these things. Black Rasta has been on a rant, all right. When I saw the first Black Rasta rant on this particular subject, I just thought to myself, there's some people, they are religious followers of a particular genre. It's their religion. You get it? So it's like the way Christians hold on to gospel music. A Christian may not see a Sarkodie and then a Hamilton on the track, because
they don't even want to have the collaboration
at all. So they see it as a desecration to not just to the genre, but to the fact that you are desecrating the whole religion. That's how I see Black Rasta. It's like the pain is not coming from the fact that he was not on a record. The pain is coming from the fact that Bob Marley, perhaps, according to him, wouldn't have allowed a rapper on a record. But unfortunately, Bob Marley is not here. And the people who know Bob Marley well enough are saying that we want a rapper to be on a record. Why? Because we want a legacy of Bob Marley to live long. So that's why we are doing this project. And mind you, this project is not just for Sarkodie. It's an African project where they're getting the best out of the best from the region to put them on Bob Marley's records, so that the legacy of Bob Marley's music will still live. That is what I want Black Rasta to understand. Regardless of however it is done, that shouldn't really be the conversation now. Like she said, it shouldn't be the conversation now. The conversation is, at the end of the day, a Ghanaian of not even an English-speaking record, but a Tree-speaking record is on one of the biggest, arguably one of the biggest songs of Bob Marley's repertoire. And that's the only thing that matters. Every other thing can be discussed later in schools. When you're having a lecture of music, we can now break down and understand the dichotomy of reggae music and rap music. But right now, as it stands now, apart from Black Stars making Ghana proud, what else?
So one person who is a very big fan of Sarkodie is Nana Banamwa, and
her posture.
Yes, her posture in this whole conversation has actually triggered some sort of friction between her and Black Rasta. So when Black Rasta tweeted this one, so Stephen Marley, Ziggy Marley, Julian Marley, I mean the desecration post. So it says, what's this new craze of desecrating Bob Marley music with this posthumous collaboration? Would Bob Marley be would have Bob Marley sanctioned this if he was alive today? Nana Banamwa replies and says, you are not the only human being on this planet who adores Bob Marley. You are not wiser than the managers of his estate. This desecration placard you are wielding makes you look rather inebriated than concerned. Sarkodie was featured because he is superb. Deal with it. So with this, I've also seen comebacks from Black Rasta to the point of dragging Nana Banamwe's past relationship to it. I must say, when I saw that post, so he tweeted with a photo of Osibo the Zara man.
Yeah.
Me who post in the party, I'm missing no. This one there, Rasta no force.
This is what I'm saying.
Rasta no force. Vida, what was the first thing you said when you saw the post? Oh.
Yeah, like, to say the least.
Maybe we can say it in a nicer way. Okay, his body is
you know, he keeps saying what he wants to say without giving out the facts. Because when you challenge him on any fact, he says, come to my radio show and let's settle it. But whatever you're putting out there is poisonous. And you could have used that same time, that same medium to spit the facts so that people can understand. You get it? So you can't get the whole Twitter community listening to that show on that particular day. So once you have the opportunity and it's gone viral, now the facts Abatown, so it goes out there. I don't know why people feel comfortable or more disrespecting Osibo the way they do. I mean, the Black Rasta Tiho, near the Osibo Siwa, Obia Bonebra in his own right. I don't see why you would want to do this. I don't get it, and I'm surprised that Osibo all this while no. Why or share the air corner. I don't know why I was about IAD. And another what she said, no, she needed to say that because you are constantly attacking Sarkodie, and it's not the first time. The other time Obeka said my craft friend, he's not as unable to.
He went on a rant.
Just say, and it is him and his mother. If he decides not to talk to the mother again, what is your business about it? There was, you know, what branches and baby, I know one not in Kofon Tenin Kapapa. Xylophone on. It wasn't that wild. But here he is at 3 FM. Now it's quite wild and he's enjoying the attention. And one other thing he used to, you know, call out Naraba was the football thing. The
Manchester that photo. Yeah, he actually tweeted it.
And you know, you find yourself in the place where she was that gaffe or that problem happened that she was, you know, called aside, said she should leave her job and all that. You sit in the same institution and you're doing that. So then we begin to think, is it powered by
people behind you?
You know? And one out you want to mind you are also not safe. If this thing turns around and happens to be something like Nana Badie Koswa, you'll be out the next minute. Where would you sit to continue your rant? Will you open your home radio?
But he is incensed about the words that Nana Banamwa used. As a word dinatem bisa. And
she is trying. And there are lots of people who shared her sentiments. It's not as if she's thinking from, you know, space. And lots of people share their experience because we don't understand why constantly, to the extent that you are tagging the family. And you know these things, when you Google, these stories do pop up. Imagine some investor. You get it. And there are some investors out there. We are always craving for people to put their money in the arts. Oh, Google now, Sarkodie is not a worthy artist to feature on Bob Marley. And you know how I bet discourages a lot of people from coming in to invest. Because for all you know, because Marley Ebusiafono thought it wise to do this collaboration, somebody might also come, put in some money, do some big investments about anything Sarkodie wants to do, so that also me tapping into sa fame now, leverage, and then here you are. saying nonsense.
Let's go for a quick break. When we come back, we'll spend a few minutes to talk about how we are going to leverage this collaboration, the positive sides of this whole collaboration, even though Black Rasta and some other people have, according to my panelists, have found a way to shift the conversation. But I don't know, see, boom na Sarkodie status. Every day Sarkodie is tweeting the song. If you've not watched it, go and watch the video, and then let's move on. We are back after this short break. It's eForum on GhanaWeb TV. Welcome back. You're still watching eForum on GhanaWeb TV. The name is Abrantipa. I'm here with Vida Duchuma Boatin. She's a journalist. And then Olele Salvador is also a journalist. Before we went on the break, we were talking about the Sarkodie's collaboration with Bob Marley. And I was saying that we're going to look at the positive side. So, yes, the collaboration is in. People are talking about it. But what's the bigger picture? How positive is this for Ghana's music industry and the entertainment industry as a whole? I
mean, I've already mentioned the focus is on Ghana now, because anybody who listens to that song will want to know who Sarkodie is and why he was chosen to be on the record. One other thing I noticed is also the video, the music video. It's very representational of country Ghana. So if you're looking at it now, you see the beaches, the good sights. It's even more representational than already song, you know. I mean, you can sell Ghana, tourism sites, you know, just watching that video. And I think a lot of people who focus on that, and then will make them come to see the country Ghana and then delve deeper and know the kind of music I hear, the kind of artists we have, and how we can promote your culture through music. So for me, I'll stick to the attention that the track has given Ghana, and then the tourism sites that the video also sells.
Olele, how do we leverage this?
I mean, she said it all. Because really, what there's is to say, after the activation of tourism and also the fact that we are already leveraging the spotlight on Ghana. Girls Trip 2 is going to be shot here. Afrochella has brought also Afrochella, Afro Nation, all these things have brought all sort of people here. Idris Elba was here not too long ago. So our music definitely entering such quarters is all part of unified efforts to bring attention to Ghana. But for me, if you ask me, I think it's the simplest way of telling the whole world that when it comes to rap in Africa, it's Ghana.
It's settled.
That's all. What Sarkodie did is just to tell the whole world that, look, whether you go up, you go down, you go left, go right. When it comes to rap, perfume rights, rap. Rap that can be put on reggae music, calypso, whatever genre you can think of. If
they didn't want to hear For You Are on the track.
if you want to get if you want to hear rap in its finest form, purest form.
But did you like the rap?
I did.
Did you like what Sarkodie did?
At first, I didn't really know the concept of Stir It Up.
Okay.
So I listened to the original.
Then go for to serious.
Yeah. You see, so what I took
me
my
who be
time
am princess post I love that.
So I think content-wise, and for me, it was a bit nostalgic for me because of the whole Samini, Sarkodie, Love Rocks record, and I was privileged to listen to the record before it came out. So I was really excited that Sarkodie did it again, but this time with a different appeal to it. And for me, it makes me appreciate Sark more. I know people say he's one way, he keeps saying the same thing over and over again. But look at the gentleman. After 10 years, having to still be on such projects, it should tell you more of the person than what he even does. That he knows what he's about, he knows what he's doing. That is where you learn your lessons from. You don't need to actually pay attention to some of the other things that Sark may have his issues, he may have his problems. But currently, we are looking for a striker from our music industry in front of the Ghana national team of music. It's Sark. It's like telling me that Samojan is on the bench.
He says he sees himself as Bob Marley when it comes to.
Shatta also tried to throw some dirt, but he was like, you should clap for Sarkodie. Will feature Ghost.
That
Okay.
Yes, and then
that one too was a bit sarcastic.
Yeah,
I think it was.
I
said, but if you look at where he was, coming from, like let's appreciate people. Then the ghost thing.
Why are you?
Then the ghost thing come.
You and I, and even the subject matter of the song, right? It's not the typical hardcore. So if you have Lover Boy Sarkodie on it, Black Rasta, what's your problem?
When Sark is on a track or a record that features other rappers, that is when Sark actually goes hard. But when it's like a love song,
Promise featured kind of thing,
he just does it. But if you look at all Sark's rap features, whether international or local, he always wants to show that Charlie, when I'm your boss.
I think Black Rasta is missing the point, the essence of collaboration, because I heard him say that Sarkodie normally features other artists because he's one way, and he wants the other artists to rather bring the variety to the song.
That's actually one reason you would need to feature someone, because that's what you don't have. So the people bring it.
In your quest to dent his image, it doesn't understand the concept of collaboration.
Someone as huge or as big as Black Rasta, when you hear him make such comments in today's music industry, that's unfortunate.
Thank you so much for coming. Vida Duchimwa Boatin is a journalist, and Oleli Salvador is also a journalist. Thank you for coming. I'm sure the conversation will continue in your homes. Thank you for watching this episode of eForum on GhanaWeb TV. There is more news on our website, www.ghanaweb.com. My name is Benefo Boabin Abrantipa.
Now,
back canocre. To sang pine, be I want on and be a man in quite baby.
Mommy, you fish can see about Kotoso. Pepoga, send me sick from Lemonade Finance. While Brian did the shade and let me £10.
Lemonade Finance.
Say they're sending money back home from UK, Canada, and now US. I accepted a instant charges. Exchange waiting in Suya. Unbeatable. We should me promo code Dr. Like £10, $10, and $10 Canadian for the first transaction. With this Sunday cigar coffee, download to Lemonade Finance.
It is expected that the CI will be laid. It is expected. The Electoral Commission may lay its CI. Mr. Speaker, if you look at the Constitution, the Article 11C is clear. Article 11C is clear on the mandate of Parliament when it comes to executive instruments, legislative instruments, and constitutional instruments. So, whereas Parliament has a mandate to scrutinize, Parliament cannot also obstruct a constitutional body from undertaking its work, merely because it has some disagreement. Parliament has a mandate through its subsidiary committee on legislation to have a critical look at it, but Parliament cannot obstruct or prevent a constitutional body which has a constitutional mandate to conduct public elections.
Yesterday, I attended the business committee meeting for the first time, together with the Honorable Ama Kofi Boa, Honorable Kwame Abuja, and Honorable Ahmed. Mr. Speaker, at the meeting, and I have a copy of the draft business committee, the agenda that we discussed. Mr. Speaker, to my surprise, I have seen introduction of the CI, which was never discussed at the business committee meeting. For the deputy majority leader, who did not attend business committee meeting, to stand here and to make a pronouncement that this was agreed upon. Mr. Speaker, I'm deeply disappointed in the clerks in particular for allowing this to be smuggled into a business committee statement. Mr. Speaker, this can never be allowed. Mr. Speaker, to be honest with you, if that is the way this administration wants to go, this side of the house wants to go, Mr. Speaker, we are ready for them. We are ready for them. And let me sound this question. Mr. Speaker, we can't run a country like that. The business committee's mandate is for us to sit and agree on the business for the week, and not for someone to unilaterally smuggle what is becoming a major contention. Mr. Speaker, we won't accept that. Mr. Speaker, I want to caution that we on this side will oppose this business statement, because this is not what was agreed on. This is not what was agreed on. It's different from what we agreed on. He was not part of the business committee. So, Speaker, for him to agree, come and stand here that business committee has agreed on this year. So, Speaker, please, we will not accept this. And I put you to that. We will not accept this.
When the minority leader was on his feet, after stating his objections, he concluded by saying that he's putting it to us. He said, I put it to you that we are rejecting this. I put it to you. So you are putting it to us that your mere disagreement is your mere disagreement. You see, Mr. Speaker, when they were shouting, everybody here kept quiet. This is one thing that gives you a negative marks. This is the minus about you guys. This is your only minus. Very intolerant here talking about democracy. Mr. Speaker, I know they will never keep quiet. So, Mr. Speaker, merely disagreeing does not mean that this report should be rejected. Now, let me take you through it. If we want to go in the stricter sense of raising issues of procedure and law, maybe we will say that we will not make progress. So I'll plead with them. We are accommodating each other, not strictly on procedure, but for the House to function and function effectively. So, Mr. Speaker, I will plead again that when there are such issues, let's discuss it. And as Mr. Speaker said, we are to assist him. Yeah. And if the front bench is splitting heads, what will become of those our followers? Should we say we will not allow the three to sit at business committee meeting? Yet they have been sitting and contributing. Is it part of our rules? Have we reconstituted a committee? Does that mean that whatever we did is illegal? Does that mean that whatever we did was illegal? They participated. So please, please, there must always be a give and take. But we on this side, Mr. Speaker, in conclusion, agree to place the matter, it's not to expunge it, place the matter on ice. Mr. Speaker, unless they want a Shiloh's victory, please let's make progress. I'm saying that we are placing it on ice, subject to the indication by the majority leader to engage. You said so. To engage you, based on the outcome of that engagement, we'll take a decision on the CI. That's it. Mr. Speaker, I submit without more.
The minority is that at the business committee, this matter item 4C was not part of the business arranged for the week. and that they do not accept that as part of the business agreed to be performed. The majority deputy leader says, yes, it was intended that it will be discussed before it is presented. What it means is that you do not deny that it was not part of the business agreed for. So I think to make the way forward, the business committee, if you look at order 56, 1 and 2, says you can bring another statement if you agree. So what has not been agreed should be excluded. If you discuss and you agree, the leader can bring another statement on what has been agreed. So I think to make the way forward, let's exclude what was not part of the business arranged for the week and proceed with what has been arranged for the week. I so direct.
Mommy, you first can see my cotoso. Me boga, send me sika from Lemonade Finance. Wa Brian, tell the shit, and let me £10.
Lemonade Finance.
Say they sending money back home from UK, Canada, and now US. I accepted a instant charges. Bien, exchange rate in Suye. Unbeatable. We should me promo code Dr. Like Nenya £10, $10, and $10 Canadian for the first transaction. With this send this guy Akofino, download to Lemonade Finance.
So this year, the GFA elections is expected to be held, and as expected, the GFA president, Keto Kweku, is expected to vie for his second term. But we are hearing some updates that Keto Kweku wants a third term. Ima, can you kindly explain it for us?
Okay, so it's not Keto Kweku who has proposed for a third term, or he wants a third term. It's rather the statute review committee. A member on the committee, Oluboy Commodore, in an interview with Akoma FM, he revealed that the committee has proposed to the GFA, or has proposed a third term, that the GFA president, instead of 2 terms, should be increased to 3 terms, and that they've gone through all the processes at FIFA. They will present the proposal at the next Congress for the Ghana Football Association Executive Council to vote on it, whether they agree that the GFA president's term, which is 2 4-year term, should be increased to 3 instead. So that's the latest development.
But what we know is that in 2019, the normalization committee did a whole review and said that it should be 2 terms, just like how Ghana's presidency is run. So 4 years for your first term, another 4 years for your second term. Now, FIFA agreed to it. You know where we are coming from where Nyantechi has been in power for a long time and all that. Now that they are saying this, okay, what are the criticisms that we are getting?
So far, we've had 2 veteran football administrators who have spoken, and they believe that it's a no-no to extend the president term. It's really short, because Keto Kweku is the first president after the NC agreed on the 2 terms rule. So they believe that it's a no-no and it's wrong. And the first person who has spoken, I think Nyaho Tamakulu, he says that it will bring back the dictatorship rule, and he referred to Kwesi Nyantakyi, and he says that it was the reason why Kwesi Nyantakyi couldn't deliver as GFA president, because he wasn't time bound. He ran an unlimited term as a GFA president. So he believes that the 2 terms are enough for GFA president, because it will entice you, it will tie you to try and implement everything you said in your manifesto.
What about Nto Fianco? I've also heard that he said something about the increase in tenure for the GFA president. What has he said?
Yeah, Nto Fianco, as I mentioned earlier, he was part of those who agreed on the 2 terms for Ghana Football Association president, and he thinks that it's too quick, and the Ghana Football Association should wait maybe after 5 or 10 years, then they can propose a new term for the Ghana Football Association president. So he believes that it's too quick because it was just 2019 they made amendment. After 4 years, we are making another amendment. It doesn't make sense in that regard. Yeah.
What about George Efree? I have heard that he wants to compete or contest in the next election again after losing to Keto Kriko in the previous one. But he is saying that the third tenure of the GFA president should not be amended, should not be allowed.
Yeah, George Efree has been tight-lipped regarding whether he will contest in the upcoming election or not. But he is also against the 3-year term or 3 terms by the which has been proposed by the Statutory Review Committee and all that. So he is also opposing that. And one other man, Mr. Abepubi, and he has also opposed that they shouldn't approve it at Congress. And his reason is that every Ghanaian lacks integrity. So the 2 years should be enough for every GFA president. So that is that about the Statutory Review Committee's new proposal of extending the GFA president term. Yeah.
Yes, so Emmanuel, thank you very much. And the GFA will be going to the polls this year, 2023, to elect the next president of the GFA. We've heard several people say that the current GFA has not done well, but there are other sections of the football community that believe that Keto Kriko has done very well and deserves a second term. Well, that would depend on the football administrators and football people in Ghana to elect who they believe should be the next president of the GFA. Thanks for watching. My name is Joseph Adamafio. See you in the next one.
I stand here today by the special grace of God as Ezigbo Ghana, telling the entire world that the world should think about this cancer that is eating up the generation. What is that cancer? The drug traffickers and the intake of drug. I will urge the world to look into it so that our sons and daughters will be safe. If we destroy them now, who will be the leader for tomorrow? Who will make our continent and the entire world better tomorrow? Some of these children are brilliant children, but because of intake of drugs, their life has shut down. So I want to use this opportunity to tell or to plead with government agencies all over the world and individuals, businessmen and businesswomen, to encourage each other to be a mouthpiece everywhere you are to condemn the usage of drugs because of our next generation. Corrupt businessmen engage a lot in this, and some corrupt politicians all over the world also engage in all these things, which is not the best for us. So I want to say we should rather use money that people are using to go into this trade to go into agriculture, to provide food, so that we'll have enough food for the world to eat. That money they want to use to go into drug trafficking that is destroying life, they should use it to go into education sector. They use that money should go into health sector so that our people will eat healthy, have good education, and also have good health and attend good hospitals for future. Because we need everybody alive to make the world a better place, more especially our own West Africa, where we all do well. Today I live in Ghana. I've lived in Ghana for many years. Ghana is like my home now, my second home. I'm in Nigeria, but my second home is Ghana. So anything that will bring destruction to the country Ghana, I will stand always to condemn it. Because if Ghana is good, it's good for me, I benefit it. And my children and my wife and my loved ones. If Ghana destroy, I also lose. Same thing to my wonderful country, Nigeria. So I urge all businessmen and women, government officials, politicians, to stand on their feet to condemn the intake of drugs that is destroying the world.
Mommy, you fish can see my cotton. Pepoga, send me sick from Lemonade Finance. While Brian did the shit and let me £10.
Lemonade Finance.
Say they sending money back home from UK, Canada, and now US. I accepted a instant charges. Exchange rate in Suya. Unbeatable. We should me promo code Dr. Like £10, $10 and $10 Canadian for the first transaction. With this send this guy download to Lemonade Finance.
Hello, this is the Entrepreneur in You podcast series with me, Dr. Maxwell Ampong. It's all about giving 2-minute nuggets that I pick up in my everyday life as an entrepreneur. Let's see what we have for today. Hi guys, welcome to the first episode of this video podcast series with GhanaWeb. I've been trying to figure out a format to this video series for a while, but today just hit me that I just have to be myself. Just speak about actual things that I've been through, that I'm going through. And today I think my mind is on finding a work-life balance as an entrepreneur. You know, they tell you to balance work and balance the private life. To make it sound as if all the books I've read, all the people that I've spoken to, make it sound as if you have to find a separate time for work and a separate time for family or personal stuff. It's not working, you know. I plan on spending 2 months with my family, and here I am, changing my ticket last minute, rushed into Ghana because of a business opportunity. I don't feel too good about it. At the same time, I feel good about it, you know. It's good to have opportunities. At the same time, you want to spend time with your family. And if you are a young bachelor, you want to spend time with your girlfriend or your family or your friends. I found out the best way to do it, and this might go over 2 minutes, allow me. I think what the most important thing is communication with your significant others, whether it's even your boy's friend or, you know, your girl's squad or whoever you're trying to balance work with. Communication is important. You need to understand that the two of you have to be on the same page. And then today my wife asked me how would I approach this if it was a third party. And that was when I realized, I'm approaching this the wrong way. If it's a third party, I'll look for pockets of opportunity. That's what I'll tell them. I don't really go for if you know me, you know I go for the long haul. Like, I'm always thinking for the long haul. So that's what I would do. I would be looking for pockets of opportunity to make it count. Both ways. So if you have a work opportunity, take full advantage of that. The moment that advantage is taken, you have time for outside of work activities, you move to pay attention to, that side of life as well. And I feel like, the same thing again, the same thing I've been through again when I turn around 18, 19, when I realized that I have no idea whether I'm the early worm or the early bird, because one of them is crude and one of them is really kind of like, hit the jackpot. So do I listen to the books that say find time? Because last year I told my wife I'm leaving for 1 week and I spent 7 months out of the country. Now I say I'm leaving for 2 months and I spend 1 month, just 1 month, and have to rush back. I realized no. If there's an opportunity, you return to work, you pay attention, make sure that life of an entrepreneur is not easy. When you have time, just leave. Put down the work, even if it's just a few hours. Go out with a girlfriend. Take your mother to a movie. Go visit your uncle. Make simple gestures that would mean something to the people that make up your private life. I think that's what I want to share today, and that's what I plan to do. This year I'm not going to have a plan. I'm going to stay in Ghana for this amount of time. I'm going to stay with the family for this amount of time. It's the moment I know I have 1 week, 2 week free, I'm dashing out. And the moment there's something that comes up in Ghana, I'm coming back, Because I realized the whole of last year, the 7 months, I could have taken, yes, I was hustling, I'm an entrepreneur. Hustling, meaning I was trying to take full advantage of the opportunities that are available to me. But now, there were times I could have just, booked a ticket and just gone for 2 weeks and came back. But I didn't, because work was ongoing. Work that did not need me. Well, I have the benefits of hindsight now. But at that time, I felt I was needed. So, as an entrepreneur, find time to be a full-time entrepreneur. Find time to get full-time son, brother, fiancé, husband, wife, friend, find the time. Not find the time like make time by force. It's the moment there's an opportunity, make it count. Wow, 5 minutes. Better up now. Brought to you by the MIG Business Forum in partnership with GhanaWeb.